Alright, y'all, how you doing? What up? It's your boy. Hash info. Does your wife holler for you throughout the house? You want to put that to a complete stop quick. I seen some old people that still holler. Fuck, it's annoying. I don't ever want to be... I always tell my chick, you look me in the eye when you want to talk to me. Don't holler through the house at me. Or I'll do the same to you when you're underneath the stairs over there and you just can't really hear me. I'll do it. Can't stand that. This came off a guy's live stream. He's getting hollered at by his wife, and the guy's really nice. I don't think his wife is very nice. She beckons for him like he's a dog. And I just thought it was weird, you know? Really nice guy. Very nice guy. His name is Arnell. He's Philippine. He's from the Philippines. Oh my God. Ditch your wife, Arnell. Fast. She's annoying. I don't know, like she's not on YouTube, right? I'm literally, I've been there twice. I used to sing on the stream actually, like 5 Saturdays ago or 9 Saturdays ago. I went to his stream and I sang on it because he's a nice guy. And they had a great time. It's a white guy from Canada singing, you know, Elvis on his stream. They got a huge kick out of it. Totally cool with that. We're all different, and some people aren't around. Some people don't have the opportunity to hang around another ethnicity group that has a funny accent. You know, funny accent isn't to them, right? So I'm almost positive they thought my accent was funny, and I'm not. They never made fun of me. They were just having a good time with. I was going along with it. I was totally comedicing it up, you know. So I wasn't like talking serious and they were laughing at me. We were having a good time. I enjoy making people laugh. At my expense, well, technically, like, what was it, a clown jester for them for a bit? I guess that's okay in my eyes. It's not okay for, like, a clown jester is a horrible job. You had to make the king laugh or you were beheaded, right? So talk about the highest form of slavery and anything but a fun job, right? So, and usually it was at the jester's expense was the other thing that I didn't like about court jesters, right? Now, we live in a different age where the royals watch the TV and they laugh at the ones on the TV 90% of the time. You know what I mean? I can't think. The Truman Show. Fuck, I was going to watch it this morning. I couldn't think of what the name was. Yes, I could have Googled Jim Carrey's movie where he didn't realize he was being taped. But the Truman Show is specifically what's going on in today's day and age. Just nobody is smart enough to pick it up, right? Like, truly, everyone is just an absolute... Everyone is a clown that has a TV. If you have a TV, you are a clown, period. And they know this, right? Like, majority of elites don't have a TV. And it's no joke. That's why they say, like, well, I never watch my movies. Because they know their movies are laden with MK Ultra, right? Flashy lights, anxiety increasing sound effects, so you get those movie scenes with where the music makes your skin crawl. That's not by chance. That's not like, oh, this person really knew what the music. No, it's like a serious study was done on people, animals, monkeys, all over the states and the world to see what type of music sends bone-chilling chills down your spine. And makes you scared. Now, why did they want to do that? What research purpose could possibly be gained by that? Well, they take that sound effect, and which now you're talking about the term fear. So when somebody is scared, you don't know this, and the internet won't let it put out there, but adrenochrome is produced in your body at levels unheard of when you're scared. If you're just sitting there, adrenochrome isn't even a thing. It's very, very low, tiny amounts. The second you fear something, your adrenochrome levels spike. But let me define what adrenochrome is. This should interest you. And then we'll talk about a lab in California that was shut down. Well, it started up, I think, in 2019, and the lab was talked about online in 2019. The lab was shut down. The lab's name is Ambrosia, which is very scary. If you know anything about the dawn of time and like stories of the gods, myths, and legends, Ambrosia. See, this is what's funny, right? The things that they put in movies. Oh, that means I have to go bang my wife. But first, I have to finish this soup, which is about 10 minutes out. And then I want to finish this topic. First, we're going to Google adrenochrome. Define adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. Wow, what? Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. So it's not adrena, it's adrenochrome. ADRENOCROME. Chrome. Adrenochrome. So we'll look up what the word adreno, we'll define adreno in a second because they put the two together. Adrenochrome is a chemical compound with the molecular formula C9H9NO3, produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. The derivative carbazochrome is a hemostatic medication. Holy shit, we gotta pull up another webpage. So hemostatic has to do with blood. Hemo meaning hemoglobin, I believe. But we're gonna look this up here. Hemostatic medication. Give me a minute because this spurs my mind in 7 directions here, but I'm gonna quickly explain to you, very simple people, what is really going on here. Google. Google. Now we'll define, what was it? Hemo? Okay, let me look this up again here. My back is just killing me. Oh, adrenochrome is a chemical compound with the molecular formula produced by oxidation. The derivative of carb is a hemostatic medication. So define hemostatic. Wow, it actually doesn't show up when you Google, like how most stuff. Hemostasis. Are you fucking kidding me? Define hemostasis in physiology. We're going there. Introduction. Definition. Hemostasis is the mechanism that leads to the cessation of bleeding from a vessel. It is a process that involves multiple interlinked steps. So like a lot of things have to either go wrong or have to go right in order for this process to come to, to be formed. That means it's like very complex, not easy to do. This cascade culminates into the formation of a plug that closes up the damaged site of the blood vessel controlling the bleeding. So hemostasis is cessation, must be like blood clotting. It must clog, like it said, it plugs it. But now I just want to Google, so I'm going to screenshot this because I want to come back to this. I'll have to do some serious digging here, but define hemostasis in physiology, and then I want to define hemostatic, but at the same time, I saw something else there. I want to define, before I go to hemostatic, which I should write down, I want to look up the definition of cessation. Define cessation. Cessation.
Cessation.
The fact or process of ending or being brought to an end. Cessation means stop. Does cessation mean stop? A temporary or complete stopping. A discontinuance, a cessation of hostilities. What is an example of cessation? The definition of cessation, I want to see it used in a term of blood. Definition of a cessation is an ending. An example of cessation is the final episode of a long-running... Fuck's sakes. What is the medical term for cessation? Here we go. Vox populi, the stopping of a thing. See smoking cessation. What does cessation of treatment mean? Oh, they're stopping. They're ceasing treatment. Yeah. I want to screenshot this one. Vox populi, the stopping of a thing. See smoking cessation. What the fuck? Okay, so we're going to go back one. Introduction to hemostasis. I want to define hemostatic. Okay, anti-hemorrhagic. Oh my god. Anti-hemorrhagic. Oh, I can't get that word to be sounded out to me. An anti-hemorrhagic agent is a substance that promotes hemostasis. It may also be known as hemostatic agent. Anti-hemorrhagic agent used in medicine have various mechanisms of action. Systemic drugs work by inhibiting fibrinolysis or prompting coagulation. So I was right. It's clogging and a clotting. Like when you're hemorrhaging, you're spewing blood. Anti means the opposite, right? So you're not spewing blood. But I had a topic here that I know I was on to something, but I completely lost where I was. Like I have nothing in front of me that now has. It must be this. Oh yes, adrenochrome is a chemical compound. I got lost. I fucking made my way out of the rabbit hole. The derivative of, and the rabbit hole, metaphorically speaking, is the shithole that they have left for us. It's not some conspiracy theory BS. It's literally, for those, a conspiracy theory should be defined as this. If you are smart enough to grasp what's before you, period. There's no such thing as a conspiracy. There's only buffoons, period. Get a life, man. What do you think? You seriously think there's only a straight line in this world? You think no one lies to you in this world? Are you fucking that daft? Period. Come on, wake up. But no, a conspiracy theory. Oh, you must be a conspiracy theorist. You believe in Bill Gates? Oh. Fuck off. Get mindless fools. Adrenochrome. Now let's look up here's a non-conspiracy. First it was all over IG that adrenochrome is a conspiracy BS. Okay, then why is there a building in California named Ambrosia that works specifically to dissect adrenochrome? But let's look this up. And I'm going to do something else, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want them to be ready. Ambrosia. Ambrosia salad. No. Ambrosia blood sucking clinic in California. How about that, bud? Oh, what is this? TheGuardian.com, August 21st, 2017. The notion has been parodied on TV, but a real company is offering transfusions of blood plasma from teenagers or reinvigorate old people. I'm going to read it again. I know how stupid most viewers are. The notion has been parodied on TV, but a real company is offering transfusions of plasma from teenagers to reinvigorate older people. Now, while you watch your Netflix show and the fucking real world passes you by,
remember that the conspiracy theorists were right. You weren't even close to even on this planet. You don't belong here. You may as well go be a pond scumming dwelling cockroach, because you're the epitome of what's wrong with this world. Wake up. 2017. You know, that's almost 5 years ago. Fucking nearly 5 years ago. We're almost in 2022. But hey, conspiracy theorists are bad people. They never have the story right. Let's click on it. Let's find AmbrosiaPlasma.com. You must be at least 30 years old to receive this treatment. It is an outpatient procedure. Our blood is obtained from licensed blood banks within the United States. Hi JC, how you doing? But when stories started coming out that tech billionaire Peter Thiel was interested in transfusing teen blood into his own body, and I'm going to tell you something. There is a TV show called Silicon Valley. I believe that's what it's called. I can't remember anymore. But it's a good TV show. A little bit of comedy, but it tells a lot about, it taught me a lot about computers. Their jargon wasn't all BS. 90% of it was actually, most people are just too stupid to even understand that what they were saying was literally what was going on or what was transpiring in the next 10 years. Literally go watch all those seasons from square one. If you're a techie. If not, don't bother, because you'll never grasp 5% of that show. Oh my god, that sounds loud. Something's rubbing on that. It's too loud. No, that's too loud. I think something's rubbing on it. It sounds like a jackhammer is going on. So the episode of, there's a few episodes, but they find out that a rich tech billionaire has been hiding a teenager in his mansion, and he gets blood transfusions from this teenager 6-7 times a week. And the guy's like, oh yeah, I've never felt better. And he's like a rickety old dude stealing blood from teenagers, right? And he pays the guy small amounts of money, and one of the contractual obligations for the teenager is that they can't use any drugs or alcohol. They have to be extremely fit, exercise 6-10 hours a day, and they can only eat organic, vegetarian, or vegan food. Well, the guy finds out that the guy's a druggie, and he's been having unprotected sex with women and stuff like this. So, the moral of the story is, if these people need someone to be if these bloodsuckers need people that are young, healthy, and have no sexual contact with others, the only way to do that to a young person is to lock them in a cage. So, I've made a huge, ginormous pot of lentil soup. It is almost finished. It smells unreal. I didn't add any onions in this batch. Let's see what happens. I should have put in some dried onion powder or something, just a little bit, but so it's not a fresh onion. The terps are way less, and nobody would ever know. it wouldn't have oniony flavor. It would just have more of a gardeny flavor, you know, like a full round, full bodied gardeny flavor. Boy, this turned out unreal. This soup is one of my faves. This soup brings me so much protein, gives me tons of iron, and it just absolutely makes me happy that I have a huge pot of this soup. Got a nice cup of chai spiced tea. Let me get another one in me. And then I'm going to do a couple live shows, and then I'm going to have some, well, 2-3 bowls of soup. Probably for sure 2 bowls of soup. If I had some toast, actually I think I might have toast in the freezer. Oh no, you know what we have? You know what we're going to have? Tuna salad sandwiches with Kalamata olives, just open-faced on these rounds. They're so good. I'm going to make a can of tuna with the olives and a little bit of my secret sauces. We're going to have cups of soup, bowls of soup. I'm going to have bowls of soup. She'll have a cup of soup probably, or bowls. 1 bowl. I'll have 2 bowls for sure. And I'll have a couple open-faced tuna sammies. Vegan tuna, by the way. I don't eat meat. No, nothing in me that is bad. All right. So I've cleaned and sanitized this, that. Got a little bit to do here. I have some things I have to do. And this is a lot of work here. So I'll be doing this stuff for a while, but once I'm done, that's it. You know, we've literally completed everything we had to do. I just got to stir my soup. It takes hours to make this soup. That's not a joke. It takes over 2 hours to make a pot of soup. But when it's done, she's heavenly. I could make 2 huge pots of soup at once, like 16 gallons. Plus, I could actually make 3. This is about a 2.5, 3 gallons. So I can make just shy of 20 gallons of lentil soup. 20 gallons. I have some monster soup pots, but this is big enough. The soup is all nice and stirred, mixed very well. You have to. The reason you mix the soup is because you don't want it. You don't want the soup to stick to the bottom and burn. The lentils are very dense and they sink. So you're gonna turn your oven down quite a lot. You're gonna grab your tuna. I have my bowl here for my tuna salad surprise, vegan tuna surprise. I need a knife and a fork. With my seasonings, just keep my olives open in the container. And some tuna and some vegan tuna. Here's my bowl. Got a little bit of this. I'm just gonna pop some of this stuff in there right now. Like so. And grab some of these. Let's put the olives in there first. Crack open the tuna. Special knife for this. Next. My chick's just cleaning the floors right now. We got a new type of vacuum. That's what that noise is. Loud as frig. But it's like a hardwood floor cleaner. You know, it's like actually buffing the floors right now. It's incredible. Like this machine is like what they use in commercial floors. It's just you know, it's 1/10 of the size of the commercial. You know. It's probably about 1/10 of the cost. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. It's expensive. Let's just say that. I'm cheap. This thing, it's under $500 I think, or under $600 for this. Probably a good one is probably 10,000. So about 15, 16, 17 times cheaper than the commercial unit. Let's get a just put them on a single plate here, like so. So. We're gonna pop our, I have these nice discs, these rounds. Get these at any non-bread store, things like that. I do not know what you mean, but thank you. All right. Got the cup of tea in me. I think I'll open the front door, get some fresh air across the house here. Holy Dinah. What a nice day. Holy Dinah. It's gorgeous here today. I'm going to put this stuff away. I think I opened the can of tuna. Get this going here. This tuna actually. Stir the soup. I think the soup's done. So I'm going to actually turn the heat off, use residual. I'll put the lid on the soup. And that kind of sweats out the soup just a little more. You can see you can see steam rising on the side. He's right here. You can't see him? You're not the chosen one. Maybe he's right there. I'll kiss him. Dinu, that means you're not the chosen one, bud. How come you didn't get in on the super chats from India, Dinu Rawat? Why aren't you super chatting the dirty old pickles from India? Like 49-cent super chat me, bud. I don't know what's with people from India, if they're just that cheap or what. They say people from India are so rich. No, not true. I don't care about money, but I get a lot of people from India watching the show. I've made a total of $3 from people from India over 4 years. My super chat total coming out of India, $4 tops. And that's too much. It's more like $2.50, $3 max. If it were up to people from India to keep this show afloat, why? How come people from India are so cheap, Dinu Rawat? Why are they so cheap? Cheap? Huh? Okay. I'll be reviewing. I do some unboxings this afternoon. I get those shelves set up because every time I do a show, I'll unbox 5 or 10 pieces, and then I'll take them down 2 at a time, 5 trips up and down. Yes, India's a cheap country. Well, at least now we know. It's confirmed. Cheapskates from India. All their gold is in their vaults. 4 rich people in India. The rest of the country suffers. I would disband all royal families in India at once. Do you know that royal families from India are stealing from the people of India? Why don't the royal families in India give the people from India some cash? Because they're greedy. Are they greedy? Are they greedy? I think all royals are super greedy though, aren't they? Don't all royal families own the land in the countries they live in, and they never really actually worked for any of the land that they accrued? So that's really bad, right? Aren't royal families thieves then? Doesn't that make all royal families thieves because they stole farmers' land? It's true, bud. It's true. Royals are really, really weak people who use armies and police to steal for them. Look it up. Look it up, bro. Some of the most evil and horrible things done throughout time to communities have been done by royal families. Look it up. And I'm not scared. These people are so old and crusty they couldn't even get off their throne. Their time is up. The people have awakened enough now where they aren't in power anymore. There's enough people awake now that crusty old royals don't control anything besides maybe like, you know, the little heads of state and their little banquet halls, but that's it. Once outside of their little congregate, fucking no one likes royals. Most people that work for royals don't like royals. But look it up. Do some research. You'll quickly see royal families, thing of the past. That's why you see all these countries, Commonwealth, independence, and things like that. No, it's because the fucking cities and the states that they were, and the provinces and the territories and the countries that they controlled through colonization, their days are over now. Nobody accepts their rule, right? In Canada, we don't even sing God Save the Queen anymore. So, I mean, you can definitely say Canada is fed up with the Queen, you know? And absolutely, we should be. Why would we, a group of well-mannered people living in a country, bow down to a queen? Why should we pay tribute to a queen? Not even on the same fucking continent as us. Royals are scum. Never forget that. Royals are scum. Look what they did to Diana. Look what they did to Diana. You only get to be a royal, and you can only marry into a royal family if you have royal connections. So this is like a stonemason vibe. They're giving off dirty old greasy stonemason vibes. You know? Did you know stonemasons only give up other jobs to other masons? Did you know you have to be a man? Most of you don't understand that, eh? So all you women in high places that your husband is a stonemason, or if you don't even know he is, but he secretly goes places and does stuff, and he goes to Vegas like 4 times a year, comes back with like children's crayon books in his backpack and stuff, and you're like, why do you have a kid's crayon book? Your husband's a lawyer. You find out later he was a hockey coach that was paying children to blow them after a hockey game. There's pedos in every high up place in the world. Lawyers, doctors, police, royals. There are pedos in every profession. You'll see the media covering up for those pedos quite often. Any media station that covers up for these freaks, boycott and have them thrown out of your city or your country as fast as you can, because they are harboring the sickest and covering up for it. But they're literally harboring pedo scum. They're literally protecting the name of these pedos by not printing these stories on them. So a paper can be paid. You can pay a paper to not run a story. That's a fact. And again, most of you aren't smart enough, nor do you have the connections to understand that. You can pay a newspaper to not run a story about you if you're rich enough. Look it up. You got a buddy at a paper? You did something horribly wrong that should be, your city, your town, you should know about? Are you a prominent figure in your town, your city, your country? You can have that information expunged. Never see the light of day. Look it up. anybody on the internet, you know, in this day and age that doesn't show their face did some really freaky shit. That's why they won't go on cam. I promise you. I promise you. And there's a lot of freaks on YouTube that will diss other people without you ever letting them see what they look like, knowing where they live, or for sure ever knowing their name. Take it from me, firsthand. I was bullied by a few of them. Now they won't even fucking utter the first 2 letters of my name. And they should be fucking scared. They definitely should be.